Welcome back to another video, everyone. So one thing I've noticed every single time I go back and revisit an old game or an old song or something, there's always people in the comments that say, I wish I could go back, I wish I could relive those memories, be a kid again, whatever it is. And it makes sense. Most people, when they were younger, the only thing they had to worry about was homework. Then they grow up and they're at university all of a sudden and they have to worry about homework. You might feel stressed out at university, working, doing taxes, whatever it is, just life in general. And so a lot of people want to go back to when they didn't have to worry about any of that stuff. Well, with my new solution that I'll be sharing with you today, you can go back to those days and not have to worry about paying taxes. I'm just kidding, you still have to do that. I'm not a tax evader and I do not encourage that, okay? But it can be nice, coming home after work or whatever it is that you do to a nice nostalgic setup. Replaying games for the first time in 10, 20 years that you used to love, it's a nice feeling. It can be very relaxing playing through old games. It can help take your mind off things, and it's also just cozy having an old setup. The first thing that you're going to need is an old TV, preferably the one that you used to use back in the day. Now, it doesn't have to be the same one. In my case, this actually is the very same one that I used to play on. You're going to need that good old quality. None of that 4K shit. We want that 480p true experience. It all depends on what time you're trying to replicate. Personally, I'm going back to when I was an 8-year-old playing Halo 3 for the first time. Next thing you're going to need is your gaming console of choice. This all depends on the games that you used to play the most as a kid. Whether on the GameCube, the PS2, the Wii, the Xbox 360, the SpongeBob console. As you can see, I'm more of a late 90s onwards gamer. I don't really have any memories at all about anything that came before that, although I would like to get into those older systems in the future. Now, I'm sure most of you haven't got the games for these systems anymore, so what you want to do is go on eBay, go on Kex or CX, or Sex, and try and search for those games. Kex is really good because they usually have everything and they sell them for very good prices. Although the delivery is like £3.50 an item, so that can turn me off of ordering online. If you live near a Kex, I highly recommend just going in there because there's no delivery fee and you can just browse and look around and maybe even find a game that you completely forgot about. And that's my next tip. Go on Google and type in 2007 games or games from the Xbox 360. Just look through the list because you're probably going to find a bunch of games that you've completely forgotten about. And then you'll see them and a wave of nostalgia will come straight back to you. This happened to me with Oddworld Munch's Odyssey. If you're a Nintendo gamer in this situation, I feel sorry for you because for some reason GameCube games are still very expensive. I'm sure you can find someone selling them for a decent price on eBay though. Once you've gotten everything, it's time to set it all up. The TV is now set up along with the Xbox 360 down there. Now we're going to go play some Halo 3. It's not nostalgic if you don't experience technical issues. You might be thinking, well, Lewis, you don't even need to do all this to play Halo 3. We've got the Master Chief Collection. I'd like to see your Master Chief Collection do that. Now I'm sort of going against my own rule here because my Xbox 360 doesn't connect to the internet. Oh no, you don't. You know what though, even just plugging in a new console onto an old TV, it makes a big difference. It still gives you that nostalgic feeling just because of how it looks. You know what though, maybe we'll go with something a little bit older. You could play the 3D All-Stars collection, but it's not the same. It just hits different when you're on the old hardware. So yeah, I encourage everyone to create an old setup. Of course, living in the past is not a good thing, but revisiting the past, that's okay. And I just think having a nostalgic setup alongside your modern setup is a good idea. You know what though, nighttime is when it becomes incredibly cozy to have one of these setups. Nighttime is just cozier in general because you've got the lighting and everything. Well, anyway, that is how you revert to whatever year you want to revert to. Now, this trick will not work if you want to revert to the Stone Age or the times where dinosaurs were roaming around the planet. Because, I don't know what they were playing back in the Stone Age. Or maybe it would, Yeah, look at that. Stone Age activities. Playing games with little stones and sticks. The children thought up the rules themselves. So if you want to go back to the Stone Age for whatever reason, I don't know why you'd be nostalgic over that. But if you did, go play with some sticks and stones. What do I do with this? That being said, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Definitely subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you all in my next video.